While facing ethnic and military violence at home, thousands of Rohingya refugees are making a perilous journey by sea in search of a better life. A boat with more than 150 people capsized off the coast of Indonesia this week, putting the spotlight once again on the horrors and the tragedies of an entire generation of Rohingya Muslims.
A dinghy boat crowded with 151 people, men, women, children, at the mercy of the deep blue sea for miles and miles around them. Tragedy of the kind that hit them was waiting to happen. The United Nations Refugee Agency says their boat capsized hours after it left Bangladeshi shores. They'd spent a full night at sea. Fishermen and rescue workers saved 75 people huddled on the boat's overturned hull. 6 bodies washed up on shore at Aceh in Indonesia. "70 more are missing or dead, including the fleeing Rohingya refugees and the boat's crew."
During the evacuation of Rohingya victims who were on the capsized boat, we evacuated the victims according to national SAR protocols from unsafe to safe areas. In this case, from the scene of the accident to the pier of Mulaba port.
Not the first such disaster, it won't be the last either. Not that that will put off more Rohingya looking for a better life. Indonesia doesn't promise refugee status, but they see it at least as a life of being treated as a human. Even among those rescued, there were many scarred for life. The nightmare doesn't end, it just takes on another dimension.
There was one case, a child whose parents and siblings died. There was another case where the husband, wife and child died. Also children whose mothers died. So there were several families who said their relatives had disappeared or died at sea.
Some 740,000 Rohingya had fled Rakhine State in 2017. A nightmare as dark awaited them in refugee camps in Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh, and then on to newer and ongoing phases of the horror.
Imagine if you are a Rohingya family with a young person or a young Rohingya man being forced to join the very military that is barraging your villages with these aerial attacks. The very military that committed genocide against your community, sending hundreds of thousands of Rohingya over the border into Bangladesh. I can't imagine anything as horrific as that kind of situation faced by the Rohingya.
UNHCR data says that more than 2,300 Rohingya arrived in Indonesia last year. That's more than the number that have crossed over in the last 4 years combined. In 2023, 569 Rohingya died or are missing as they tried to flee Bangladesh or Myanmar. That's the highest number since 2014. The numbers grow uglier. It's the devil on one side, the deep blue sea on the other. Literally.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.